Hello friends, in this part, we will build the product management module of our point of sale application. And by using Gemini command line interface, now our point of sale system will start handling real sellable product data. In this video, we will create the product list inside the dashboard. Then after that, we will show product data in DataTables format. Next, we will display category, product name, price, quantity, and status in the list. And along with that, we will prepare the structure for add and edit product pages. Then we will restrict this full module for admin users only. So from this part, our point of sale application starts managing real product master data properly. In this video, we will learn how to use Gemini command line interface to build the product listing module in a real project. First, we will add product module rules inside the Gemini Markdown file. And these rules will help Gemini understand how this module should work. After that, we will generate product listing by using DataTables. Then we will use server-side processing for loading product data properly. Next, we will show category-linked product data in the listing. And along with that, we will also add edit action in each row. Then we will make sure this full product module is accessible only by admin users. So in this part, we are building the core product master listing of the point of sale application. A point of sale application becomes useful only when products are properly managed and listed. Because products are the main items which we will sell through this system. Then after that, product module also depends on the category structure which we created earlier. And this is important because every product should belong to a proper category. Next, price and quantity are also very important for real business flow. Because without product price and quantity, order process cannot work properly. Then after this, product data becomes necessary before creating any order. And along with that, admin should control this product master data carefully. So without proper product setup, order creation and sales flow cannot move forward correctly. In this part, we will add product module rules inside the Gemini Markdown file. And these rules will help Gemini to generate the correct product listing structure. First, we will tell Gemini that product module is accessible only by admin users. And this is important because staff users should not manage product master data. Next, we will tell Gemini to use jQuery DataTables with server-side processing. Then after that, we will define the add page path as modules/products/add.php file. And we will also define the edit page path as modules/products/edit.php file. Next, we will tell Gemini to use separate pages for add and edit product. And this is useful because product forms usually need more space and better structure. Then after that, we will define the product fields clearly. Here, we will include category, name, description, price, quantity, and image. Next, we will tell Gemini that product name must be unique within the selected category. And this is important because duplicate product name in same category should be avoided. Then after that, we will tell Gemini to upload image inside uploads directory if image is provided. Finally, we will tell Gemini to keep the code simple, clean, and beginner-friendly. So these instructions clearly tell Gemini how product listing and future product forms should work. Now after adding these rules, we will move to the practical part of this video. And here, after updating Gemini Markdown, we will generate the product listing module step by step. So first, we will open the Gemini Markdown file again. Then after that, we will add all product module rules properly. And once these instructions are ready, next we will write the prompt for product list page. After that, we will run this prompt in Gemini command line interface. Then after that, we will review the generated code carefully in editor. And once code is ready, we will test the product list in browser. Next, we will check category, product name, price, quantity, and status columns properly. And along with that, we will also check admin only access and edit button flow. So in part 6, we are building the core product master listing of the point of sale application. Now we are moving from presentation explanation into the practical section of this part. And here, first we will open the Gemini Markdown file. Then after that, we will add one new rule block for the product module. So now we are writing the heading product module rules. Under this block, first we are telling Gemini that the product module is accessible only by admin users. And this is important because staff users should not manage product master data. Next, we are writing the rule to use jQuery DataTables with server-side processing. And this is useful because product listing should work properly in real projects. After that, we are defining the add page path as modules/products/add.php file. And this is important because future add product page should stay in correct location. Then after that, we are defining the edit page path as modules/products/edit.php file. And this tells Gemini where the edit product page should be created later. Next, we are writing the rule to use separate pages for add and edit product. And this is useful because product forms are usually bigger than model forms. Then after that, we are defining the product fields clearly. So here, we are writing category, name, description, price, quantity, and image. And this tells Gemini that what real product data should be shown in the module. Next, we are writing the rule that all required fields must have front-end validation. And this is important because product form should not be submitted with empty required values. After that, we are telling Gemini that product name must be unique within selected category. And this is useful because duplicate product names in same category should be avoided. Next, we are writing the rule to upload image into uploads directory if image is provided. And this prepares the module for product image handling in future steps. Finally, we are telling Gemini to keep the code simple, clean, and beginner-friendly. So now our Gemini Markdown file is ready for product module generation. Next, we will write the prompt for product list page. Now we are writing the prompt to generate product list with DataTables. Here first, we are telling Gemini to read Gemini Markdown file and use the existing point of sale project structure. Then after that, we are asking Gemini to create product list page at modules/products/index.php file. And this is important because product listing page should stay inside proper module path. Next, we are telling Gemini to load product data using jQuery DataTables. Then after that, we are asking for server-side processing in the product list. And this is useful because large product data should load in better way. Next, we are defining the required columns for product listing. So here, we want category, product name, price, quantity, status, and action buttons. Then after that, we are telling Gemini to add edit button in each row. And this is useful because later we will use this button for product update flow. Next, we are clearly telling Gemini to restrict page access to admin only. Then after that, we are asking Gemini to use Bootstrap 5 user interface. And finally, we are telling Gemini to keep code simple and beginner friendly. So now the prompt is ready. Now we will run this prompt by using Gemini command line interface. Let us check the output. Here, we can see Gemini has generated the product listing page code. And it creates the file inside modules/products/index.php as we requested. Then after that, it adds jQuery DataTables integration with server-side processing. And along with that, it also creates the product table structure for listing. Next, we can see the listing columns for category, product name, price, quantity, status, and actions. And edit button is also shown in each row as we requested. This output is correct because it follows the rules we added in Gemini Markdown. And this output is useful because now our point of sale application gets a real product listing module. Now after checking editor code, next we will test the module in browser. So first, we will open the product module from dashboard. Here, we can see the product listing page is loading inside the dashboard properly. And the list is shown in DataTables format as we expected. Then after that, we can also see category, product name, price, quantity, and status columns clearly. And action column is also visible with edit button in each row. Next, we can check whether DataTables search and pagination are working properly. And if product data is loading correctly, that means listing page is working in practical way. Now let us also check the admin-only access behavior. Here, product module should open properly for admin user. And if staff user tries to access this page directly, access should be blocked or redirected. This is important because product master data should stay under admin control only. So browser output is correct because product listing page is now working properly. And this output is useful because product module is now ready as a real master listing page. So in this practical section, we have completed the product listing module step by step. And now our point of sale application can show product data in a structured and practical way. Along with that, we also made sure category linked data is shown properly. And finally, admin only access and edit button flow are also prepared in this module. And in the next part, we will build the order management module. If you like this video, please like and subscribe it. And if you want future video updates, please subscribe our channel and share video with other people also.